And we stay with more on this now. We're speaking to Paseka Letsatsi, who's the spokesperson of SASSA. Good evening to you, Mr. Letsatsi, and thank you so much for your time. Firstly, what is your reaction to these arrests?
Good evening, and thanks for having me. I think one is basically baffled. It's extremely embarrassing that a person can compromise their precious career and cooperate with criminals to steal the money from the public, in particular, stealing money of the most vulnerable sector of our society. But we are happy that the hard work which is being implemented, or the plan which is being implemented by our fraud management unit, is starting to bear fruits. Hence, we see this particular arrest.
It's one thing, right, to say that this is as a result of the work that we're seeing. But I want to circle back to that in just a moment. Let me stay with the fact that right now there are several other individuals that the police are still looking for. Are you, as SASSA, expecting that you may even see more than these 4 individuals that are believed to be linked with this, who may still be out there?
No, we know for the fact that 3 were arrested today. However, there are 4 individuals as well, which are known that the South African Police Services is looking for. I think basically we don't know what happened. They might have got the tip off, or they might have seen that their colleagues or their friends were being arrested, which they commit a crime together, and they decided to run away. But unfortunately, you can't run away from the law. They will be caught, and I think they will be caught very soon. But we can simply say here that we know that there are individuals who ran away. There are 4 of them who are going to be arrested. And we also know that 2 weeks, or if not 3 weeks ago, there are individuals as well who were arrested in the Eastern Cape.
And I want to stay with that, right? Because you now do have the people that were, arrested in the Eastern Cape, and then you do have other disturbing reports in the Northwest of an administrator that is believed to have charged a pensioner around 3,000 Rand to be able to assist them, and was getting agitated when this person is said to have gotten their first pension payout and was not able to pay all of the amounts. And one wonders, if this person was able to do it to this one, I wonder how many potentially, if it is indeed true that they did this, how many would have been then involved. And then you then are seeing these ones that have now been arrested as part of an ongoing operation. There are some concerns that continue to be raised about your systems, to say just how tight are they if we continue to see officials breaking the law in this manner?
I think one thing that we can simply say, and I think I was here in the platform some weeks back, and I said we have the plan that has been presented to ESCO, which has been implemented by the fraud management strategy. And I think one of the reasons why currently people are requested to do the card swap is because the gold card, which we currently use, it's highly compromised. Its security features are highly compromised. And I can just mention one fact, and I think we agree with the central bank when they had to put their foot down to say, because of the security features which are compromised of this gold card, it must go. One, that card does not have a name. Secondly, I just have to make a guess. And we are dealing with the old people here. If we say to them they must do a PIN, they will definitely give you the easiest one. I can guess that you were born in 1946. Therefore, your PIN is 1946. If you drop it by mistake, I can simply take your card and go use it. Hence, the instruction was issued that this gold card must stop existing. But just on that score is that there's an individual which we know that was arrested in Soweto with SASSA cards, and I think the SAPS kicked its system to make sure that they follow the link, and they discovered that this person is not working alone, is in cahoots with SASSA staff. Hence the arrest which happened today. And I think it's because of a close working relationship with other law enforcement agencies, which resulted in these individuals being nabbed.
I'm going to get to the gold card renewals in just a moment. I just don't want us to lose this thought. But this matter is subject of our question tonight. We've asked our viewers to react to, these particular arrests, and I am going to take some of their thoughts and put them to you as, just to see exactly how are members of the public processing what is currently taking place. So let's see what is being said there on social media. Lechasa saying, "Lochane batubeke to locha Lechasa. Happy Friday to everyone. I wish their pension fund and property be forfeited and given life sentences. Hawks should raid all SASSA offices in all 9 provinces. SASSA is corrupt." Wandile, this is just a drop in the ocean. The corruption in government departments is almost a daily bread, and SASSA is rotten to the core, and the so-called lifestyle audit is just lip service. Hawks have a lot of work to do. We are not shocked at all. ZB, Realidama Batubareshu, hi ZB, 30% of illegal foreigners have access to SASSA. Most SASSA officials are corrupt. Government must take their pension funds and sell all their properties. Message must be sent. Hawks must come to Centurion as well as Limpopo. And Drew saying, been happening for years. Start digging. There's hundreds more. The Hawks are just a bit busy with more important matters right now. All right, Pasek, how do you respond?
I think we must not make a very terrible mistake that out of 7,000 staff members of SASSA, if 3 are arrested and we then want to paint everybody with the same brush, I think it's very much unfortunate, and it's also dangerous to do that. Yes, when individuals commit acts of criminality, yes, when SASSA staff members work in hand in hand with criminals, they must be dealt with, and we must make sure that they get sent to prison. However, what we must not do, and I want to appeal to everybody, what we must not do is that if SASSA has got a fraud management plan to make sure that it has identified that there are certain individuals who are defrauding the state, they are identified, they are arrested. And once they are arrested, you want to say out of 7,000, when 3 people are arrested, you want to say all 7,000 people are corrupt. I think it's a very much unfortunate statement.
Paseka, before I let you go, there's also the issue that you've just hinted, right? That is the cards and the swapping now that we are seeing happening. I'm sure you are aware of this. You've seen it through various reports of long queues, a lack of coordination in some of these, service points, as well as inadequate resource allocation, leading to some of the beneficiaries returning to service points for days. And we've seen this even in some of the reports we've carried here at the SABC, a growing bit of frustration. What's the latest in that process? Because I saw you were adding some resources to that, but what's happening on the ground?
We have tried to add resources, both human and others, to make sure that we help the post bank to make sure that the process is not painful to the beneficiaries. We are going to meet with them on Monday. They are going to present a progress report in terms of how many people who have done the cut swap, because from our side, we have implemented the Regulation 23. The Regulation 23 stipulates very clearly that when an applicant comes to SASSA, it is the right of that applicant to make a decision in terms of the method of payment they want. And if people feel that they want to move from one bank to the other, we have helped people. We know that out of 600,000, we did 300,000. 300,000, they still have to be completed. We know for the fact that Post Bank has done about 1 million. We have requested them to make sure that they open as many tellers as possible. We have requested to make sure that they open as many sites as possible so that they can then be able to give us the report of how many people who have done the cut swap. But secondly, we also requested that they must make sure that even when the 20th of March comes, the beneficiaries do not necessarily go through a very painful process when they want to get their money.
All right, Paseka, thank you so much for that. Appreciate it. That was SASSA spokesperson Paseka Letsatsi.